Welcome back to our new video. Okay, so in till now basically we almost covered all the data structure that are present in Python, and as I already told, we need to learn the indexing and slicing. So before going forward, I just want to know, I hope everyone understand all the data structure. If anyone can't understand, then definitely, as I said, you can comment it down, then definitely I will cover them. Okay, so yes, till now we covered almost all the data structure. Now we will moving forward with our new concept called as index. So this is very important concept in a Python. Not only the Python, in every programming language we can say indexing is most used. We can say easily, right? So whenever you want to print particular element, whenever you want to particular replace the element, then index is very much. Okay, so before wasting time, we will directly moving forward with our next video topic, that is called as index. And try to remember, if you want to note down, you can note down. Indexing is only used in list and tuple. Okay, not in a set or dictionary. Dictionary also we can use the index, but index, instead of index number, we need to give the key. Others are same, but we will more focus on index, right? So what exactly mean of index, why we use the index, and in which data structure indexing is support. Okay, so basically, as I told you, only list and tuple we have the index. Okay, yes, so I hope now everyone know what is meant by index, sorry, what is meant by list and what is meant by tuple, right? I'm first basically creating the list. Why this is list? Basically because it's in a square bracket, and if you want to check, we already know basically how we can check. That is, we use inbuilt function that is called type, and we need to use the length. So calculate the length of our list, and if you want to print, then this is also you can use the print L, or directly you can use the L in a collab, then definitely it will printing your entire list. Okay, so index, always remember, whenever you know, right, if this is the list or this is a tuple, and they are saying ki, I want to print a particular single element, whenever they are saying ki, I want to print single element, you can directly close your eyes and use the index. Okay, so exactly use of indexing is that only. What is the use of index? Whenever you want to print particular element, single element, if you're noticing here, if I'm printing the L, it will printing the entire list, but I don't want entire list. I want to print only the single element, that is, for example, Pune only, or one two single element. Or for example, list is, everyone know list is a mutable, right? So you can change. So I want, like, instead of Pune, I want to write a Kolhapur. Definitely you can write that, right? So whenever you have scenario, like, you can use indexing whenever you want to print single element, whenever you want to modify single element, single word is very important, then you can directly go to the indexing. As simple as that. Syntax is very simple about the indexing. Okay, start, you can use the print, then inside that you need to use the variable name, and then square bracket. That's it. This is the syntax of index number. Okay, so print, if you don't use print also, this is also fine, but standard you can use the print, and inside the print we need to give the first variable name. What is the variable name? Means list or tuple. So where exactly that stored, and in which you want to print element, you need to use the variable name. Okay, and inside that you need to give the square bracket. This is very important, and in square bracket you need to mention the index number. Now most important thing related to indexing is, try to remember, if you have list, okay, and your list length is 5, then always remember index is -1. So what is the highest index of your list right now? If your length is 5, it should be 4, right? Means, for example, if I'm using the 4, see, it will be printing your last element that is present in our list, that is a Pune. This is the simple trick. Always remember, whenever we have length, right, we know how to calculate the length. Directly we can use the inbuilt function that is called as a length. And then we can directly say, what is indexing? Length -1. This is your highest index, right? Now, for example, I want to print the 1. Okay, so now the most important thing is, remember here, indexing is always starting from 0. So whenever you want to print first element, then you need to mention the 0, then and then only it will be printing your first element. This is very important. Don't confuse here. Okay, and till now we learned two concepts. So for example, you have the length, right? Length -1 is your highest index, and what is your first index? It always starts from the 0. Okay, and the third most important point is that Python support the negative indexing also. Is for example, I want to like printing, wait, I just printing here list once again so that you need to check that. Now I need to print the 4. So if you're noticing, if I'm counting from 0, 1, 2, 3, it's taking long time, right? So it's better we need to count the negative index. Always remember, Python have two types of indexing. One is a positive index, second one is a negative index. Positive index is always starting from 0, negative index is starting from -1. So Pune is your -1. I want to print the 4, so it should be -2 only. So it depends on you. They are not asking you to use the positive index, use the negative index. It totally depend on scenario. You are means whenever you are comfortable for going from left to right or right to left. It totally depends on you. Okay, so this is basically indexing. So simple thing. Whenever you want to print a single element, you can directly go to the indexing. That's it. And now, for example, I want to, as I said, list is immutable. So I want to replace the Pune. Then first you need to print that. You can use the negative index also, or you can use the positive as per you want. Okay, so it will be printing the Pune. Then just you need to give the equal to operator, and then whatever you need to change element you need to give, and then if you are run that code and checking, your list will be updated. Why? Because list is a mutable. So instead of Pune, now Wakad is coming. Now for example, instead of 1 I want to print the 11, then definitely first you need to give the index number, then you need to give the equal to operator, new element, and then you can print, then it will be replaced. That's it. This is basically your indexing. Okay, similar to the tuple also. Okay, don't confuse here. Syntax is also same, but only one thing is always remember, tuple is a immutable. So in tuple it's not possible to modify the elements. But if you print, means for example I want to print the 4, then definitely variable name square bracket only. This is very important. Now you are saying ki tuple is declared in a round bracket, so can we use the round bracket? No. Whenever the concept coming indexing, you always need to give the square bracket, and inside that you can same. If you want to print 4, it is -1 easy because we need to count the 0, 1, 2, 3. That's why. Now for example I want to print the 2, then indexing starting from 0. So what is the index number of 2? Yes, right. It will be starting from 0, 1. Perfect. Okay. So this is basically concept indexing. In next lecture, we will cover the slicing because I don't want to make video lengthy. So try to watch again this video. Try to solve example by yourself only. Try to create your own list. Try to create your own tuple and try to printing that element. But one thing is always remember, for example, similar list is a mutable, right? So definitely you can use the indexing for replacing also, but tuple is a not. Always remember. So for example, if I am trying to replace the element, it will be directly giving me the error that is tuples are immutable. See, type error, does not tuple object does not support item assignment. As simple as that. Okay, so this is related to your index. Okay, three use cases always remember related to index. First, whenever you want to print single element, then you can use the indexing. Single word is very important. Second, whenever you want to replace or modify the single element, then also you can use the indexing. And the third most important, in Python we have two types of indexing, that is first positive index, then negative index. Positive index is always start from 0 and negative indexing is starting from -1. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. So this concept is very important related to indexing. So simple thing, remember, whenever you have the requirement like replace the single element, print the single element, or positive negative, you can directly go to the indexing. And syntax is same. Variable name square bracket. It doesn't care about its tuple or its list. Always use the square bracket. That's it. So this is all about your basically single element. So for example, I want to print the double element, right? Definitely it's Python, it's coding language. So you have the question. Then we will cover in next lecture. That topic name is called as a slicing. Okay. Till then, you can enjoy your day, and yes, definitely practice makes man perfect. So keep practicing, keep hope. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.